Hello dear students, welcome back to your online classes. I am Anushka and today we will learn more about the G Suite, which is nothing but the collection of applications provided by Google to us online and for free. Right, now let's look at the definition of an application. An app or a program or a computer application, it carries out specific functions or tasks. Right, it is a piece of software that can run through a web browser or on your computer or on your smartphone, tablet or any other device, which can be a smart TV or a smartwatch, right? So any application that can work, it's nothing but a program that can be run on our various devices. Now these are the most common applications that are provided to us by Google, and they are provided for free of cost, right? While most people use Google as a search engine to find information on there, you know that if you ever have any doubt pertaining to anything in the world, you just Google it, right? Google has become part and parcel of everyone's life, whether for the search of information and whether to use these apps. So Google has really helped us in a lot of ways. Today we will learn more about these applications. So Google Apps, we call them collectively. It is the suite of it's the suite of Google search engine that brings together essential services. So we know that these are essential services. They are very useful to us. They can be used via internet and for free. So, and when the softwares are available on someone else's device, that is, when we use a software, when we use an application, a program on a browser, we do not have that in our phone, right? We do not have that on our laptop. So such approach to computing is known as cloud computing. Why is it called cloud? Because the software, it's not on our personal computer, it's out there on someone else's computer, which we call as a server, right? So now we will look at these services by Google app. So Google Drive is simply nothing but a hard disk, but except that we do not use any storage of our own. So if I want to store my file online, where will I do? What will I do? So if ever I want to save my file online, what will I do? I'll just go to Google Drive and then, say upload my document, and then there the file will remain as long as I want to until I delete it, right? Then we have Google search. Now this is the most common one. We use it every day. It allows us to search the web quickly and effectively. So if you have to save anything, where will you save all your files? You will use Google Drive, right? So let me demonstrate to you. So Google Drive looks like something like this. If you want to save something, you will either create a new document. So if I open Google Docs, the document will be saved here. So all my previously saved or previously edited documents and files are present here in this My Drive folder, right? Now what is Gmail? So if I open like this, it will open up my Gmail account. This is where I can see all my mails, right? So this is what Google Mails looks like, and if I open up like this, it will compose a new email. So on and so forth. Then we have Google News. It presents a continuous customizable flow of articles organized from thousands of publishers and magazines. Then we have Calendar to organize our schedule and share events with our friends. Of course, everyone's aware about YouTube. Everyone's aware about YouTube. It lets you watch, upload and share videos. Translate. It instantly translates words, phrases and web pages between English and over 100 other languages. Then we have Translate, Google Maps, Blogger, Docs and Books. Each one has its own unique feature. So Google Maps gives you access to maps and navigation. So every time you want to go to a new place, you want to locate new places, you want to track a place, which application do you use? I'm sure you must either use Google Maps or you may use Maps application on iPhone, right? These are the two applications which you probably use. Then we have a Blogger. It allows you to share your blogs online. It's quick, easy and free. So Blogger application allows us to create and track our own thoughts, put our blogs online for free. Then we have Google Docs to create, open and edit documents. It is again, this is very much like Microsoft Word, which everyone's aware of, but the best part is that every document of ours is stored online in our Google Drive and can be accessed from anywhere on any device. We just need to sign in our account, right? So let's look in details about each one of these. So Google Drive is a cloud storage service which allows you to store your file and access them from any computer or any device with an internet connection. Now this is a prerequisite. Now this is a precondition that you need to have an internet, right? It allows you to create, share and manage files as well as collaborate with others. So what do you mean by collaborate? When your teacher says that, collaborate with your classmates, work with your team, so that means you're sharing and working in harmony, working together with your class fellow. So similarly, Google Drive allows us to collaborate with others. So what do? We just create a new document. So let's say I create a new document which will open up like this, and then I can click on this share button, and what would that do? It will ask me, okay, name before sharing. So if I, let's say, name my document as XYZ, now it will ask me to share my document. I can add people like that, and it will allow my document to be shared with everyone, right? It's a free web-based office suite and data storage services offered by Google. It enables users to create online documents, spreadsheets, forms, presentations and edit them collaboratively. So this allows us to edit our documents online and in collaboration with another team member, friend, colleague, anybody, right? What are the benefits of Google Drive, you may ask? It works on any computer that has a Chrome. I would ask you to correct this, that has a web browser. So it can be anything. It can be Safari, it can be Mozilla Firefox, and so on and so forth. So there are like million browsers out there. It can be used anything. So, and has an internet connection. Now that is a condition, very important one. It's perfect for collaboration. Yes, that's true. It is very extremely efficient to edit your documents online with a collaborator. It is paperless. It saves your files automatically. Yes, indeed, that is amazing benefits of using this. So how do you get started? First, you log into your Google account. Then you click the Google Apps icon, which is nothing but a 9 square icon which is present on the Google screen. Then you select Drive from the options. We demonstrated that previously. This is how Google Drive looks like, and I also showed it to you. So we can, if we click on this new button, we'll get option to create a new file, new folder. We can then upload our document from our computer. We can create a new document. We can create a Google Doc. We can create a Google Sheet, and like that. So then we have files on Google Drive. It just does not only store files but allows you to create, share and manage documents with its own applications. Then we have Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms and Drawings. So each one has its own feature. It's just like all the softwares that are available to us on Microsoft Suite. So it's similar to Microsoft Word. Google Sheets is similar to Microsoft Excel. Slides is similar to PowerPoint. Forms, Form is a very interesting software. It allows you to create a document which you can share with people, and then you can collect and organize their data in one Google Sheet. Then we have Google Drawing. It is used to create simple drawings or doodles, whichever you'd like to call it. So how do we open a Google Doc, Sheet or Slide? Now I'll demonstrate how you can open a slide. So if I go like this, if I type slides, I'll get option to, or I could probably click on my Google icon and then again could open through that as well. Right, so if I go to Google Slides, and then I'll get the options to create new slide or edit previous ones. So this seems like a template to me. I'll click here and this will open up in a moment, whereby I can edit it or I can save it, add new pictures, edit the text, and like that. So this is a presentation that has opened up, just like Microsoft presentation, right? Now I can edit it. So selling your idea, I can edit this icon, click a picture, change a picture, and like that. So this way we don't need Microsoft PowerPoint. So if happens like that, that you do not have the paid version of Microsoft PowerPoint, and it won't allow you to create a slide. So what you can do is you can just go to Google Slide and then create it. So after making edited, so let's say I want to say class 7th videos, right? So if I type like that, and if I finally, after all my editing, I want to download it, so what will I do? I'll click on the file button and then I'll click download and select the format. So preferably I would like to save it as a PDF document, or perhaps a PowerPoint would do as well, which then I can further edit on my Microsoft PowerPoint or share it as well. So any format can be downloaded, and like that. So we have understood the basics of it. To rename a file, how will you rename it? So to rename it, you can either go to file, you can click rename here, or you can simply select the title and then you can start editing. So I'll just name it class 7th, right? You may want to come up with your own scheme, but here's an example to help you. For documents and folders, include in the name the current school year. So like that, for example, document may be named as 2019 7th grade Sharma Abhinav Planet Project. Now interestingly, you could use that format as well, but anything, in any way you can save it. But if there's a time that you have to share a document with your teacher, this is a good practice to properly label and name your document before sharing it with anybody else, right? So it's a good practice to always rename your document in a relevant way, something that includes your name, something that includes your designation, something that includes the project's name or your class name. So like that, it's always easier to find documents like that, and it's always a good idea to share documents like that. Now we will learn about sharing files. So we have a share button here, right? So if we click on it, we'll get all these email addresses whereby we can if I add people and groups, we can just share our document with our friends or family, or perhaps our classmates, teachers or colleagues, like that, right? So this is how we'll share our document. So if I click on share button, as you just saw that just opened up the share tab. What will it ask me? It will ask me to enter an email, which I will, and then it allows us to have the option to provide the other person the kind of privacy, the kind of option that we want to provide them. So can they edit our file, can they comment on our file, or they can just view our file. So if ever you would like to share your document with your teacher, you can provide her the edit access, you can provide her the comment access, but to maintain the ownership of your file, you should always share your file with a can view. So can view person cannot edit, cannot make changes to your file. They can only they can just look up to the file, they can just view the file, they cannot make changes, they cannot edit the file. So it's always a good thought, it's always a good idea to share your file with the can view access with your peers, with your classmates, right? But does not matter what format you use, with your teachers or somebody who is smart enough to handle your file properly. Then if you'd like to add a note to your file, then supposedly if you want to enter the note here, you can just click on this button which looks like this, add a note, and then you just send it, right? This is how simple sharing a file is. No more taking around those pen drives, right? Then we have Google Translate. So without reading the text, I would just take you to the Google Translate page and let's see what can be done. So if I open Google Translate, if I type it, and we also can have a tab like that, or perhaps I would like to go to the website. It allows us the option to translate back and forth between over 100 languages. So I will write hello, this is class 7th video. Today we're talking about Google Suite applications. Right, so if I will click on, I can also select Hindi. So I'll find Hindi, there it is. Now नमस्ते, यह क्लास 7th की वीडियोज़ हैं. आज हम गूगल स्वीट एप्लीकेशंस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. So now that's so much fun, but you know, if you would like to see Spanish, hola, está el séptimo video de clase. Hoy hablamos de las aplicaciones de Google Suite. So this is how you will translate your language, your text in any language that you would want, right? So that is so much fun. If you would like to see what is hello called in Spanish, you will know it's hola. Or if you would like to know what how that is said in French, so what will you do? You just click on French and then you'll know that it's bonjour, and then you can also play it and then you learn about the pronunciation. This is bonjour, right? So you can learn languages using Google Translate. This is so effective. Now Google Pay. So Google Pay is known as a digital wallet platform. Now so let me tell you very simply, do you use Paytm? I'm sure everyone has a banking or a mobile payment application in their phones, which can be either Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay. So they're all same. They are just a digital wallet platform. They allow us to make payments in a system developed by Google. They allow us to make payment back and forth with our banks very easily on our Android phones, tablets or watches. So the best part is that Google Pay takes advantage of physical authentication such as fingerprint ID wherever available. On devices without fingerprint ID, Google Pay is so these applications usually open up with some sort of passcode or the other. So it can allow us to have a different passcode, because of course our very extremely confidential details are present in the applications, such as our bank account, credit card, debit card number, right? So all these applications include our details. But the best part is that we can include a passcode or a fingerprint ID on our applications, and instead it generates a virtual account number. So you can share your virtual account number without sharing your banking details with a person that you want to exchange or get involved with in some sort of money financial transaction, right? So if you want to pay your friend 100 rupees, you do not need to share them your bank account number, your IFSC code, your bank name, like that. You can just ask their UPI ID, you can just ask their phone number with which they have connected their Google Pay or Paytm, and then you can simply send your friend the money that you owe them using your account, using your mobile application. And that is so simple. And so all you need is an OTP, which is a one-time security code, or you can also pay the person using your UPI pin, which is a 4-digit pin associated with your bank account, right? So that's it. Then we have Google Maps. I'll open up Google Maps for you as well. So that's how Google Maps look like. It allows us to find places near us, find directions, and like that. So we can track. So if I need a petrol pump near me, so I'll just type petrol pump near me. Then it will. So as you can see, it has marked all the petrol pumps around me because it knows my location, and that's how I can just decide where do I want to go, right? So this is how simple Google Maps is. It can search for places or get directions from one place to another. It can view and navigate through horizontal and vertical panoramic streets. So what we can also do is, we can just click on a petrol pump here. And then I can click on this direction button. So it will help me browse street images, but I don't think those are available right now. So let me see here. I have no idea which this place is, but if I want to see, would I be provided images? I think I will be. So in the comment section also, people do provide their images. Now I can click here, then I have found an image like that, right? So that's the advantage of using Google Maps. Now the fun part is also, so for all those interesting places as well. So if I want to go to Humayun's tomb, I want to visit Humayun's tomb, but since there's lockdown, I can't. What will I do? I'll just go down there and select an image, and there I'll find 360 degrees images as well. So if I click on Street View and 360, so which I'd like to visit this place. So now I have 360 view of this. How cool is it that? See, without actually physically going there, I can learn and visit about Humayun's tomb on Google Maps by just simply clicking on the Street View and 360 degree. Now this is available for a lot of places, a lot of famous monuments and a lot of places, but not for every place because it has to be done, right? So that's it. We have seen 360 view of our favorite place. We can do that and it can be so much fun. Then how to use Google Maps? Again, the step one is the basic requirement is logging in with a Google account. Click on the Google Apps icon, then go to the Maps, type what you're searching for in the search and click on the search button. We try doing that and that's it. We have learnt about Google Maps, Translate, and I believe that it has been quite fun, right? So children, with that our chapter is completed and I hope that you will practice all that we studied today, and you can actually use all these applications on your mobile phone. You just need to go to the Google and then click on the button, on the Google icon button, which is nothing but the 9 squares button, right children? And let's see each other in the next video. With this I'll close this. So take care children, bye bye.